Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I'm afraid Paper Town is filling up again. This up here is one of the journals I need to show you from Happy Mail. Carolyn, I love this so much. I have to catch up. I'm running behind on everything. I know we're late for a Dolly video, but I had to go get another shelf today. And people, I use a lot of supplies. I sell a lot. I make a lot. So I knew this room would fill up again, but you know what? It's filling up in a different way. My station over here where I dye paper, that has remained completely intact. This area where I make my journals, that's completely intact as well. The only thing out of place, so that's the journal back there that's got a lot of Happy Mail in it. And I'm going to be showing that very soon. I did find a place. Kim, I think you mentioned that I'm going to have to find a place for all those lovely things I found at the bag sale. That's one of the, it's sort of an easel, and I have old photos on that. Jen, I think those might be the ones you got for me. I still need to scan those. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot out here. I'm still enjoying having the fabric up above. I do think it helps condition the space. Have a couple of rugs out here that I didn't have before just because we can't put them in the house. We don't have really the space for it. Still working on the dollhouse. I have my wonderful little prayer desk back there. The bunny's not normally there. Let's just walk over here. Hey, let's just walk over here and take the bunny, put that in the dollhouse and that in the dollhouse, and zoom out a tiny bit. I love this desk. So I have little prayer cards here with thoughts. I've started to collect the vintage prayer ephemera again. I have this beautiful book. Beautiful old pictures of the gospel story. There's my prayer journal. This is not supposed to be here. I just reloaded my bobbin because I'm making something. I'm making something for someone who has a birthday this month, and I'm not going to say anything else. Okay, so moving on around. Yeah, the desk is a mess, but that's what it should be right now because I'm working on something. Got a creepy old skeleton hanging up here. That's from the Dollar Tree years ago, I think. You know, decorations change. And let's pull this closed. I've been in and out today, but I normally like to keep that completely closed. Mary, there's the beautiful wall hanging back there. I have this makeshift metal shelf over here, but you know what I think I might get? I'm totally getting sidetracked here. We're supposed to be looking at Dolly. But back here, I thought, you know, if I get rid of the metal shelf, I could buy one of the 5 shelf units from Walmart. They don't cost very much. I have one in my house. They're like, oh my goodness, are they $40 or less? It would be pretty tall, but it would be much more, it wouldn't come out as far onto the floor because it would be more, wouldn't be quite as wide as this. It wouldn't be as deep either. I don't know. I'm still thinking through everything. Let's look at Dolly. So let me tell you, I go through a lot of tacky glue. I love the containers that sit upside down. My friend Mary, Tidbits from the Attic, please check out her channel. She has started doing a lot more on her channel. She's always been there. She has beautiful, beautiful art. She's the one who made my wall hanging for me. She's made other things for me, but check out her channel. Anyway, I'm low on tacky glue. I love Mod Podge, but I've been out for ages and ages, and I had to go out today and get some of that. I was also out of binding cord, and you can't make journals if you don't have any cord. So I had to go out today. I also had to get a shelf for my workshop. I'm just going to keep finding little places to store things. But now that it's organized into stations, I'm definitely staying with that. So it's, you know, it'll probably reach critical mass once again where everything's out of place and I have to totally clean out. But I'm not there now. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that I had a lot to do today, and that's why we're late with Dolly. I have worked on Dolly, and once again, Dolly is coming to you from the regular old art desk. Let me show you one thing while I'm thinking about it. I used to make brooches and sell them. I have a lot that I made and that are inside in my jewelry box, and I do wear them sometimes. This is a picture of my grandmother, my Grandma Jewel. That's my mother's mother. And I, for a while, made custom pins where people could send me pictures of people they wanted to, you know, as a keepsake, put on pins like this. I still need to add a charm. It's got wire inside the pin. Anyway, I had that out today, was thinking about the Mod Podge because I do use Mod Podge on these. So let's get in here and let me show you just a couple of things that I've done. The journal is filling up. It's going to be so full. It's going to be so wonderful by the end of the month. I really wanted something to go behind this horrific message that Dolly left for, you know, Dr. Imelda. I like all these zigzag stitches, but I took a piece of ledger paper and just stained it around the edges with some black ink. We've dropped alcohol ink on here. I love doing that sometimes. In fact, sorry if I'm being loud. I'm working on so many things at one time. It's kind of the story of my life. But here it is. So this is Ranger alcohol ink in ginger. You know, you can just drop bits on a piece of paper. There are lots of ways to use alcohol ink, and I do have a lot of supplies for that. And someday I'm hoping to really use those the way they're supposed to be used. But I love using it like this. It leaves the most wonderful random stains. So we've got Dolly. This is like a patient note, and it's not on formal patient paper. I need to get some of that. We have Dolly, unknown last name. Dr. Imelda has put her name over here. History of permanent commitment. Dolly admitted with scissors, awful crime scene. Dolly thinks she is a doll. She does not feel, she does not think. Dolly admitted to psych ward. As history unfolds, it seems that Dolly has a sister who's been missing for years. Dolly says she, quote, took care of her, unquote. Diagnosis of psychosis. Says she sees and talks to ghosts, always manages to get scissors. Dolly terrorizes other patients. She has a profound fascination with insects, has been caught eating them. They are in her pockets. Dolly, however, is afraid of moths. They are too frantic for her. Unfortunately, the staff has had to resort to using moths to subdue Dolly and return her to her room. We have lost several nurses over Dolly's awful behavior. Early on, we learned that only Nurse X could halfway manage Dolly. And then here's one of the stamps that I have, and it's just an old faded image of what looks like a child. So maybe this is Dolly in her younger days. And we could do some more to this paper as well. But for now, let's just stick it back in the pocket. We might need to scratch her eyes out. I'm thinking we do. We've already seen this page, and I don't think I've added anything to this. So, oh, I love this so much. I painted this page black, and I had these gorgeous, where are they? Hello, they're right in front of me. I had these gorgeous petals that I purchased at the scrap exchange probably a year ago. It looks like someone had pressed some petals from maybe a pansy. Very beautiful. I've done that before, but when I saw this little packet of already pressed flower petals, I bought them. So I painted the page black, painted around the butterfly, used Mod Podge. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much I loved this stuff. Used Mod Podge to paint the page and then attach these petals. They might need to dry a tiny bit more. Remember the spine that came from the book that had been burned in the fire? That's a piece of that. I've just stapled it to the page as like extra interest. We might decide what it is. We might not. What have I done over here? That's from a calendar. So I just cut out the word October. So let's get back to this. Dolly's room was searched after she disappeared. A faded image of Nurse X was discovered and a picture with someone's head missing. Dolly left a note saying, "This will be you." And I put a wax seal here. I don't know if you can tell that's a skull. It's very, very busy. I do love the wax seals, and I used a metallic silver marker to bring out the skull. Hopefully you can see it. And we have the faded image, the butterfly. I do think these need to dry a tiny bit more, but they are gorgeous, and I have more to add. I'm probably going to put all of them in this journal. So that's where we are now. Okay, I'm going to stop. Thank you so much for watching. Dolly will be back. As you know, Dolly will be back. She always comes back. And I do have some wonderful Halloween ephemera to add to the journal as we continue on through. I think it's going to be amazing. Maybe at the end of October, I will flip through all of my Halloween journals. Let me know if you're interested in that. Okay, I will see you soon, and bye for now.